Good morning everyone. It is Friday, December 19th, 2025, and I'm coming to you live from the Yarn Garden in Charlotte, Michigan. Welcome to my little corner of the internet. I'm very glad you're here, and yes, we are here. We are here. I know it's a few minutes past. It is 11, hold on. Too many texts. It's 11:06. It is 11:06. So I apologize that we were a few minutes late. We had some early customers that came in and needed some help picking out some needles. They needed some advice on needles. So here I am. Hi Karen. Hello Jamie. Hello Heather. Good morning Maggie. Thank you Christina. Good morning Roberta. Good morning, Mary. I was just walking back behind my table here to get started, and it is quite a snow squall going on outside our windows as well, Mary. It's like on and off, like we don't have a steady amount of snow. Not really anything to speak of, really, but it definitely looks beautiful outside. Good morning, everybody. Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Hello, Mom. Hello, Krista, Marie, Karen, Cindy. Yes, this is my my festive attire. It is the last Friday before Christmas. So Merry Christmas to everyone that celebrates. Happy holidays. Happy, merry, all the things. It is a great time to, of course, celebrate and, be merry. Good morning, Jean. And Jean says it is super icy. Yeah, the girls were very disappointed that there was school this morning. Good morning, Linda. Hello, hello. So I'm trying to hurry up and drink the last of my latte that we got because I have a new mug that I need to show off. So I gotta finish because this can't get cold while I'm waiting. So bear with me. I'm still at the point where I can't, I don't have a project that I can knit and talk at the same time or crochet. So I have my little coffee mug here. Good morning, Beverly. Okay, so today, I am going to show off our January color of the month again. I have a project that I'm really excited about for Cozy. My friend Tammy sent me. And she also brought in the most adorable sample for me to show off. So I'm going to share that with you. And then I have a set of project ideas for you. This is a super bulky yarn and a pom-pom, so more than enough little kit here if you need to make a last minute hat. Hi, how are you? Then you can absolutely do that with these kits that we are going to feature today. So those are claims. You are welcome to claim them. However, please keep in mind at this point you would not get it before Christmas. We can't make any sort of guarantees. The USPS deadline has passed. So these would be pickup. We can ship them. Just remember that you will not get them before Christmas. So if you're wanting to make them as a Christmas gift, you should probably get in here today or tomorrow to pick them up. So I will be showing those as well. Good morning, Jana. Good morning, Lucy. Jana and all the brood, everybody that's watching over there. So hello to all the McKinneys. Ooh, one more swallow, and then we're done. All right, so we have a new Christmas sock yarn. So you could purchase this and add it to your fall, winter stash to get into next year so that you can have Christmas socks. For next year. I mean, maybe, what is today, the 19th? So you'd have 6 days. If you were focused, Jamie Manea, you might be able to do this. You might be able to get a pair of Christmas socks cranked out before, as long as you're like ready. And I don't know anybody that is, well, maybe there are people that are ready with everything wrapped and ready to go. Sorry, Kingsley's crinkling plastic down here, so yes. Yeah, Cindy, I will circle back because I am excited to show it off. Okay, one more swallow here. This is a gingerbread latte from Evelyn Bay, which is the coffee shop that's right across the street from us. And I've just discovered it, and I'm sad that I hadn't tried it before because it is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. Jamie says, 6 days, you can get 2 pairs done. Well, Jamie, there happens to be 2 colorways. So perfect. I challenge you. Maggie says, me, I only have Mara's left to wrap. All right. You know what? Stop bragging. Stop bragging. Deb is sharing that she thinks the Advent box has been awesome. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you guys have been sharing with me your excitement and your pleasure in opening the little gifts every day. I hope you can tell that we did put a lot of thought into it, and yeah, I'm glad that it's been a success, that you guys have been enjoying it. So let's kick things off. Oh, with my new mug that I need to show off. So my awesome friend Kathy bought these adorable mugs for us, and they had little hot cocoa packets in them. But they're extra special. As you can see, this is a cute little gnome. It's a cute little girl gnome. And I don't know if you can see there might be gold writing. I don't know if you'll be able to read it. But it says Mrs. Gnome, Mrs. Gnomey. And then Jason has one with a boy gnome. And it says Mr. Gnome, Mr. Gnomey. Isn't that so cute? So we got Mr. and Mrs. Gnomey matching mugs. I love it. I love it. Jeannie says, I'm ready too. Well, you know what? Stop bragging. Nobody wants to hear it. Oh, Janelle's going to come visit tomorrow. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Karen says, absolutely loving the Advent adventures. Thank you. And Krista says, so cute. It is such a, and this is my favorite shape coffee mug. Is that weird to have a favorite shape of a coffee mug?
A little bit.
A little bit. Jason says a little bit. Does anybody else? Is that just a weird grown-up thing to have a favorite shape? But I like how it's a little bit smaller at the top and gets out a little bit wider at the bottom. I think it keeps your hot beverage hot for longer. Anyway, yes, I have a favorite shape of a coffee mug. So Kathy, thank you. We love the mugs. Very excited for them. Okay, so first thing that we always like to do after I chit chat for a while is to share what is on my needles or hooks. Midnight got down from napping to watch your video. Aw, cute. Excellent. Yep, you guys are just way more organized than I am. Although I have pretty much everything wrapped that I have. But I am still stalking some tracking numbers, very hopefully, and waiting for some things to arrive before I can be officially ready. Oh, Krista, you make me feel better. She says we're in Chicago, hoping to get some shopping done because we haven't even started yet. Okay, that makes me feel better. Oh, Krista, I love it. That's excellent. Okay, so what's been on my needles? I'm very proud of myself. I'm still focusing on my 2 Advent projects. So if you don't want to see spoilers, then you want to make sure that you look away or don't listen, because I'm going to show off one of the gifts that I was really excited to put together is this cute little notebook that has a pen that goes with it. I am a sucker, as you guys know, for office supplies. I love a good notebook. So this is a cute little notebook that will fit in your knitting bag. If you're a pen and paper person and you like to tick things off as you knit or crochet rows, this is a great little thing for your toolbox. It does have a 2026 calendar in it, and there's all your lined paper. So it is refillable. And yeah, so that was one of the gifts in the Advent box. And now I'm going to show off my project. This is the Juniper cowl. The Juniper cowl, and I think, yeah, I did, okay. The Juniper cowl. And here we've got day 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. So I have through day 13 crocheted on my cowl here. So there you can see all of the colors together. So that is day 13. This is 14. Nope, 15. And then 17. Is that today? Oh, today's the 18th. 19. So I forgot day 19. Anyway, this is the next color. So it is progressing nicely. I did try it on last night. Actually, Can I pop it on with this? I can't. It is very tight fitting up at the neck, but I love it. And it is very scrunchy and I love it. So I know it looks, it looks small. So I will be able to block it out. And it looks long, but it is gonna be so cozy. So cozy. So there we go. That is my project featuring our Advent yarn that I dyed for Gnome River. And then, tuck my notebook back in. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you. As predicted, I am getting a little bit bored with that puff stitch, but that's okay. It happens. I've started watching cheesy Christmas movies at night to occupy my brain a little bit while I'm crocheting. And with those cheesy Christmas movies, like, you don't have to really watch, right? You pretty much know the plot and what's gonna happen. So you don't have to pay too close attention, but still, you know, in the spirit of things. So that's helped me keep on track and keep going. So there's a little hint or a little trick for you if you need a little bit of motivation. Put on a cheesy Christmas movie and keep going. All right, and then my next project that I'm gonna share with you is my gnome, my Gnandad from Gnandad's Great Grand Adventure. And I'm just gonna look up and see what clue am I on. I am finished through clue 6. Finished through clue 6. So I think I'm a couple clues behind here also. So I've been spreading out my time fairly evenly. I am behind on both, but not unmanageably behind. Melinda says that she loves those movies. I do too. They're always happy. I mean, there's always a good ending, right? Jana says we do the same with the cheesy movies. I would love recommendations. Anything on Amazon Prime, I would love it. Hello, Becky, watching in Oxford, Mississippi. Thank you. Let's see, Ashley says, you guys gave me the encouragement to start knitting after crocheting for years. Made my first pair of socks. Aw, awesome. Well, that is fabulous. Welcome, and congratulations on your first pair of socks. That's awesome. That is awesome, Ashley. Okay, so again, I am finished with clue 6. I have a finished gnome body. Okay, so look away if you don't want to be spoiled on what Mr. Gnandad looks like. So here is Gnandad with his sassy little hat and the little I-cord ties at the top. And again, this is his body. I don't have any other pieces or parts yet. I think that's what's in clue 7. But yeah, isn't he so handsome so far? And look at this. I don't think I've ever done this little decoration here. This is an Estonian braid. An Estonian braid. So I think that's a very cool decoration. I'm assuming that this is a belt for Gnandad, and he'll have, anyway, that's my assumption. I don't know yet. We'll see. But there he is so far. I have a body. There is a body. So again, I've been keeping up on those two Advent projects, or working steadily on those. I don't have another project currently that I'm working on, but I do have one that is calling my name, and it is this amazing project that my friend Tammy Baker found for Cozy. She knew I was on the hunt for something, and I had some pretty specific specifications. I think that's kind of a double meaning there, but very specific specifications. I wanted it to be garment-like, but not necessarily a sweater, because not everybody wants to make a sweater. And so I wanted something garment-like, but not. I wanted more than a one skein project. I don't really want to make a hat or mittens or anything like that. So it couldn't be too small of an accessory. And really, I've knit several shawls recently, so I really didn't want it to be a shawl either. And I wanted to, of course, use cozy. So that narrows things down quite a bit. So Tammy found this amazing project. You guys, seriously, some of you find the best projects for things, and I am more than happy to put you guys on the hunt for projects for me. I think a lot of times I don't have very much patience for scrolling through things. I don't like to do research on things. I leave that up to Jason. He does all the family research on things. I don't have very much patience for that. So I love it when you guys come with project ideas that I can add into the bundles, because that just makes, you know, things that much easier. So yes, I appreciate it. Let's see, I got a couple comments to catch up on. Rita says, I'm knitting like crazy to finish my mom's capelet before starting Gnandad. Maggie says the braid was fun. Jamie says I've done that braid on some hats between the brim and the rest of the hat. That's a great idea. So there's a Latvian braid and an Estonian braid. I think I've done the Latvian braid, which is a little more intense. The Estonian braid is only a two round deal. It only takes 2 rounds to create that cute little bit. So yes, Jeannie, Tammy and Linda both are amazing at pattern selection. So let me share with you. This is the Seafield Concho. The Seafield Concho. So it is, there is an option for a cowl, but then there's also an option for a poncho. But I love the fact, you guys know I love a good shaped cowl or shaped poncho so that it actually fits nicely. So take a look at this. This is, again, the Seafield Concho. Sea like the ocean, S-E-A, field, F-I-E-L-D, one word, and then concho, like poncho but with a C. Seafield Concho. So Jennifer Shields Toland is the designer, and here is the beautiful design. Here is the beautiful design. Let's see, Deb is recommending the best Christmas pageant ever. All right, I'll have to look it up. And Jamie says, oh, maybe it's the Latvian braid. They produce something fairly similar. But again, the Latvian is a little more intense. So look at this. I love this project. It's going to be one color, so you don't have to wrestle with color work or stripes or anything like that. It is not cables. Let me see if I can come in closer so you guys can see. That texture is just a combination of knits and purls. So it is a great step above a beginner, maybe once you get a really good handle on being able to see the difference between knits and purls, or you're going to do a lot. You're going to get really good at that with a project like this. So again, this is the Seafield Concho. Here it is in red. Isn't that beautiful? I think it is gorgeous. So that is the full version. There is also the cowl version. There's also the cowl version. Isn't that cute? So it starts the same way. I'm assuming it starts up at the top and then you're increasing. You can see the cowl is shaped. It's got that little flare at the bottom, so it will drape and fit nicely. Here she is modeling the cowl. And there is laid flat. You can really get a good sense of the shaping there. Isn't that so pretty? Well, hello, John. Happy birthday to you. Thanks for watching today. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, I love it. I'm very inspired by that, and I really want to get my needles going on that particular project. There she is again with another version of the cowl. So let's talk quantity. So you've got a short cowl in one size, and then the concho comes in 2 sizes, small to medium, and then large to extra large. The concho, both sizes, end up using 4 skeins of cozy. So of course I grabbed the caramel because this is the color that I had picked to knit myself a sample out of. I think this is a great neutral-ish, but not super boring. And it will go with a lot of the colors that I like to wear. Like, look at this with Soul. It is gorgeous with Soul. I love it. It would be beautiful with navy. You could wear it with black. So I think that it is, beautiful. I love this color. So again, the concho is the piece that I would be interested in creating. It will take 4 skeins of cozy. And let's see, I didn't calculate what the cowl took. 275 yards, so 2 skeins. 2 skeins, and you'd have enough left over. You might even be able to make a matching hat. You could probably make a matching hat. 2 skeins for the cowl with some left over, 4 skeins for either size for the concho. So that has been saved in my favorites in my bundle for cozy. And again, I'm excited. That might be my carrot dangling in front of me to finish at least my cowl. I really want to finish my Juniper cowl that I'm doing for Advent. If Gnandad doesn't get done until finished object February, I'm really okay with that. This is just something I want to do, Jana. I have been looking for a project, a pattern to use for cozy or recommend to really get behind for cozy. And this cowl is I think just the ticket, or poncho is just the ticket. It's got the two options. So no, it's nothing official. It's just, I've been looking for that perfect pattern, and my friend Tammy just knocked it out of the park for me. So there we go. That is the, again, Seafield Concho. That's one word. Seafield Concho. It'll be in my show notes post too. All right, so since we're talking about Tammy, Miss Tammy Banker, let me show off the sample that she brought in for us to have in here. You might recall that I showed off these Amatami crochet kits. Was it last week? The week before? I don't remember. But these cute little crochet, all in one, has everything you need in there to create. Almost landed in my coffee. For whatever you need to create, everything you need to create it is included in the package. So Tammy and I picked out the Flopsy the Bunny design to be made as our sample. So check out. Look at her, isn't she so cute? This is Flopsy the Bunny. This is Flopsy the Bunny. And look at, she has even a little tail. But wouldn't it be fun to use a little white pom-pom for a cute little tail too? I think she is adorable. She did, Karen. I know, she's amazing. Isn't that adorable? So this is Flopsy the Bunny. Flopsy the Bunny, and I love her. That she is adorable. Yes, 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 absolutely. Pat, yes, you can. Anything that I'm showing today is available with the exception of our January color of the month. Let's see, where are we going to go next? Let's take a look at the sock yarn that I've challenged Jamie to finish 2 pairs of socks by Christmas. I'm just kidding, Jamie. You don't need to do that. She is winking. Isn't she cute, Dana? So this is a sock yarn from Lanes de Nord, which we love their sock yarns. They often will create the ability to make a matching pair of socks with a dividing line. So your self-striping or self-patterning socks can match. So this is called Christmas socks, 2 identical socks with 1 ball. I chose 2 colors out of the line that I thought looked the most Christmassy. So this is color number 3. This is color number 3. And it kind of looks like a vintage Christmas to me. It's like an olive green and kind of a country blue and more of a rusty red kind of color with a cream a little bit. So there is the socks knit up. Should give you an idea of what those socks will look like. Isn't that pretty? So again, this is enough for a pair. This is a superwash wool and nylon blend. 75%, 25, yep, 75, 25. 458 yards, so plenty for a pair plus some accessories for your tree. Maybe some little mini socks, wouldn't that be cute? So that was color number 1. The second color is a little more non-traditional Christmas colors. This is a dark blue, teal, and kind of a pinkish red color. So there is a picture of how they knit up as well. I love how speckly or how, let's see, like Fair Isle these look. I don't know if you can see that if the camera's focusing, but there's lots of like the little specks. I love those socks that knit up like that. So again, those are 2 new colors of Christmas socks from Lanes de Nord. They're featured, right, Jason? Yeah, they're a featured product right on our homepage, so you can check those out. Yeah, so those are exciting. Those just came in the last week or so. I am kidding, Kathy. I am kidding. No need to add any more stress to this time of year for anyone. Jason, can you do me a favor and bring me over the gift certificate that's underneath that ball of silk garden? Okay, in the meantime, let's take a look at a reminder for if you guys didn't get to see last week when I shared our inspiration for our January color of the month. I'm going to share the yarn again. We did pick out a name. So this is the January color of the month for 2026. It is called Yeti Tracks. It is called Yeti Tracks. So there we have it. We have samples of it here on both of our bases, our DK and fingering weight base. You can pre-order it on either base. So that is different for 2026. For 2025, we picked the base and it alternated every other month. But this year, you guys, when you order it, you get to choose which color of the, or which base it is that you would like. So again, this is Yeti Tracks. And the story goes that in Gnome River, we have these two giant mountains here. This is Mount Artemis and Mount Apollo. And you can see they're snow-capped. So they're permanently snow-capped with beautiful glacial snow. That's part of the inspiration behind these colors. But there's something big that lives up there. We can't necessarily tell what it is because they only leave behind footprints. So based on that, the assumption there in Gnome River is that a family of Yetis has taken up residence on Mount Apollo and Mount Artemis. So this is the inspiration for Yeti Tracks. Inspiration for Yeti Tracks. So again, we are extending the deadline through Monday. I'm just making that up. We're extending that deadline through Monday. If you want it guaranteed by January 1st, make sure you get your order in by Monday. You can see right on our webpage, right on our homepage, the color of the month graphic. You can click on that. I think you might have to click twice on the graphic. It'll lead you a couple steps in, and then you'll see all of everything is laid out there. So again, that is Yeti Tracks, and we're excited to get back into 2026 for a new color of the month. Thank you, Jana. It's a really fun color. I am hoping to, gosh, I shouldn't say it because then you guys will hold me accountable. But I'm hoping to pick out the kind of minty green color that's in this and create it as a solid color. I'm not making any promises, though. I would like to. That's part of a plan. The seed of a plan. But it's not, I'm not promising it. Karen says, I'm coming shopping tomorrow, definitely joining the club. Excellent. All right, so you guys have been asking about this beautiful cowl that is behind me, and I am so excited to share with you. It is another design from our amazing friend Karen Creates / Karen Collins here. So this is, Karen, remind me what you changed the name to. Remind me what you changed the name to. Is it just the Sintra Tile Cowl? I think it is. The Sintra Tile Cowl. We do have hard copies here, but it is available on Ravelry. It is available on Ravelry. And I just wanted to read her inspiration here real quick. This year I had the opportunity to visit Portugal. My eye was drawn again and again to the beautiful azulejo, sorry, I'm sure I butchered that, tiles that were used to decorate the walls of so many of the buildings everywhere I looked. I took pictures of so many buildings and walls. By the time I visited the Peña Palace in Sintra, I knew there would be projects to be knit with the inspirations. I already have one more charted out, so she's got another design idea and another in her head waiting to be charted. And there's a couple of the trip photos, so we'll have to pull that out here. So here we go. For the cowl, I knew we wanted to capture the spirit of the Peña Palace, a rich fantasy of different styles and designs. I decided on a strong stripe section, a bold graphic section, which surrounds a more Roman-inspired pattern. So this cowl is knit as a tube. Weave in your ends before you join it, and it's like a double thick cowl. This way there's no wrong side of the design. So it is, you don't have to worry about keeping that tidy, the inside, right? Those floats and everything really tidy. And when you weave in ends, you don't have to care too much. You don't have to take too much care when you hide those ends because it's a tube, right? So you can hide them as you need. Can you include the Ravelry link, Karen? That would be awesome. Then we don't have to try and spell it. So here's a couple of the pictures. This is the Penha Palace in Portugal. And then this is a tile being pointed out that was the oldest method. So there is some of the tiles that inspired Karen's design here. And then this is another picture, another couple pictures of how the tiles are used while in Portugal. Isn't that beautiful? If we don't get it in the comments here, Pat, I will make sure that it is in the show notes post. So just come back later this afternoon and we shall have that post figured out and posted. So that is the pattern information. And let's take her down and have a little look. So this just takes one skein each of Gnome's feet. This is Moonlight and Deep Water. That royal blue is really prevalent, I think, in a lot of those tile designs. So our deep water color that we already had developed worked really well in Karen's design. So there's the graphic bold stripes, and then it's looks like her chart is repeated twice. That color design is repeated twice. So you can see it's double thick. There's no wrong side. So it would be a nice, really cozy, warm design. Thank you, Karen. There it is. Sintra Tile Cowl. Yes. So that is the amazing new design from Karen Creates. So yes, make sure you go check it out on Ravelry. Give it a heart. Put it in your favorites. That is really helpful for designers to have those favorites because it helps their pattern get seen. So add it to your favorites. Do your favorite local designers a favor and add it to your favorites because it is beautiful. It's gorgeous. Karen, I'm so pleased and proud that you chose Gnome River to use as your color base. So thank you for that. Thank you for that compliment. All right, there we go. And I can't wait to see the other designs that you've come out with, or that you have in your brain anyway. I know you have another very epic thing brewing before maybe those cowls get done, but I think it's amazing. All right, last thing that I want to share before we get into these hat kits. Many of you guys love to get gifts. I mean, who doesn't, right? And many of your Santas or significant others come in and don't know what to get you. So we have this fancy little green envelope that is a great gift for any knitter or crocheter. It is a Yarn Garden gift certificate. So reassure your gift buyers that it's okay to get a gift card to the Yarn Garden, and in fact you would love it because you're giving an experience, right, to be able to come in and pick out and dream about your next project. So we make these cute little envelopes. So there you can see it just slides in. There's your gift certificate. You can purchase in any denomination and it just slides in there, and you'll always know when you open a gift with a green envelope what that green envelope is for. So make sure that your gift buyers, your Santas, your family elves know that gift certificates are always a great option to the Yarn Garden. Oh, thank you, Karen. All right, how are we doing on time? What time is it? It is 11:39. Perfect. Okay, so we are going to share kits for a super bulky yarn and pom-pom combination. Now, I don't have a specific hat pattern, but I can probably find some examples if you give me 2 seconds here. Super bulky. Here we go. So I have a super bulky superwash merino bundle. So I will make sure and share that in our show notes post. There are several hat options that you could use this kit for. This is the chain link hat. We had this hat in the shop for a while as a good option. It just takes one skein. It's going to be exactly what I'm going to show you guys. The Beat the Chill hat. This is a super simple, just a little bit of ribbing, stockinette stitch with cute pom. Any of these would be great options. The Ancient Grains Toque. I don't think I have a crochet option in here, but I'm certain I could find one. Excuse me. Let me look again to make sure. Nope, I don't see a crochet one, but I will hunt one out and make sure that it gets put in this bundle. Okay? So let's take a look. These are kits for the for any of these hat patterns that I just shared. It is featuring a skein of burly gnome and a pom-pom, the for real pom from Knitting Fever. So these poms are really awesome. They snap on. So you take this part of the snap and you sew that onto the top of the hat, and then you can take your pom on and off as desired. Maybe you don't want to wear the pom every time, or you need to wash the hat and you don't want the pom to go through the wash. So that is a cute little addition to any hat, and that is what is going to be contained in these kits. So let's take a look at Burly Gnome. This is 100% superwash merino wool. This is 150 gram hank, 98 yards per 150 grams. So just about 100 yards in 150 grams. It is a single ply, so it is a big, thick, almost roving-like yarn. And this is not a base that I keep in all the time. It's not my favorite to dye, but you guys love it. So I compromise, and I dye it whenever I have the time or want to, or I need to use up dyes. Whenever I want to play with something, I'll create some Burly Gnome. And so here I've got some combinations between the Burly Gnome and some pom-poms, again, to create these cute hats. So this will be a claim. You can claim these. Many of these Burly Gnomes are wildflowers, so they're not ones that you can purchase the exact color that you want on our website because it's all wildflowers. So keep that in mind. If you're wanting to purchase some, you might want to get in touch with me and we can get it picked out together, or we're going to claim kits during today's video. Janice says I can never get to your show notes. So if it doesn't show up in your feed, in your Facebook feed, you can always just go to our page directly. So just seek out the Yarn Garden Facebook page, and I usually have it posted by the time we close, which is 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So I usually have that post published before I go home for the day on Friday. So you could always, Friday night after dinner, you could always go right directly to the Yarn Garden's Facebook page and find it that way. Just kind of scroll down a little bit and you'll find it if it doesn't show up in your Facebook feed. Basic Bulky Hat by Sheila Bilo is on Ravelry. It's a nice hat on 2 needles that's knit flat and then seamed together. Yeah, I know. Okay, so let's take a look. I have 5 kit options. There are multiple options or multiple skeins of almost all of these options. Yeah, so if you've never watched or claimed anything from us before, go ahead and this is how you do it. If you see something that you want to purchase, you're going to comment sold. That's important because that's the keyword that we look for. Sold, and you're going to comment which kit number it is that you want. So kit number 5, and then pick up or ship. Pick up or ship. Reminder, if we are shipping these, you will not get this before Christmas. I can promise you that. But they are available for pickup. They are available for pickup very quickly. Okay, so are we ready? So remember, comment sold, pick up, or ship kit number 5. Those are the 3 bits of info that we need from you. And I do have multiples of all of these. Okay, are we ready? Oh, Donna, that's a great question. And I never remember to calculate that. All right, are you ready? Math brain? $34.95 is the price of Burly Gnome. And the pom-pom price is $10.95. So 44, 45, 46. We'll say under 50.
$45.95 plus tax.
$45.95 plus tax. See, we really should calculate these things before. But I never do. All right, so here we go. This is going to be kit number 5. We're going to go backwards in numbers. This is going to be kit number 5. There are 3 available. Bless you. There are 3 available, as long as I have 3 palms. I guess I didn't think to check on that. So under 50 bucks gets you the yarn and the pom-pom for a really cute hat with a big puffy pom-pom on there. So this is just speckled with magentas and a bright green and a kind of tealy, beautiful blue. And I picked this really pretty royal blue pom to go with it. So this would be a great gift if you know a knitter or crocheter that would like to create with something with this. This would be a great idea. You could theoretically get a project whipped up before the big day next week with something this large and in charge. You certainly could. Or you could just say, I like that and I want it, and it doesn't have to be a reason. Okay, so kit number 5. So again, comment sold, kit number 5, and then pick up or ship depending on what you need. Our shipping fee is $6.50. Our shipping fee is $6.50. Excuse me. So that's kit number 5. Kit number 5. All right, kit number 4. Kit number 4 this is actually our Sugar Plum Fairies color. So it isn't actually technically a wildflower. It is our Sugar Plum Fairies colorway. And I picked this really pretty lavender. It picks up some of those places where the burgundy, the purpley berry color mixes with the what's actually sole, where it mixes with the bluish teal color. Kind of picks up those pretty highlights. So again, that is kit number 4. Kit number 4. All right, kit number 3. I know I said these were wildflowers, except this one isn't either. This one is our What Lies Beneath color. And this is going to be kit number 3. Kit number 3. So the kit just includes the yarn and the pom-pom. And there are a gazillion pattern idea options on Ravelry that I'd be happy to share with you guys. Or you can check out our bundle. So again, this is kit number 3. Kit number 3. So up close, there is What Lies Beneath. There's beautiful teals and greens and purples and blues. And this pom is actually a very dark navy. It is called Peregrine Falcon. Peregrine Falcon. So again, that is a dark blue. So that's kit number 3. Kit number 3. All right, kit number 2 is a beautiful green color. So this is not a green that is in our normal lineup for Gnome River. This is technically a wildflower, not reproducible, but this is a beautiful shade of green. And you know, we live here in Charlotte. We're just south of Lansing, East Lansing area. So this is Spartan country. So I think that combining this with a white pom-pom would be a really cute hat for a Spartan fan. So that is kit number 2. Kit number 2. I know that technically this might be a little brighter than the normal Spartan green, but I think you get the idea, right? Whenever you see green and white together. I love it. So that is kit number 2. All right, and kit number 1, I put together, or I dyed this really pretty shade of orange, kind of pumpkin-y color. And if you don't know, again, this is kit number 1, Charlotte's school colors are orange and black. So I grabbed a black pom-pom to match our orange wildflower color. This is kit number 1. So if you happen to be a local and have a Charlotte Oriole in your family, this would be an excellent color combination for your local Charlotte Oriole. Or orange and black could be a crisp Halloween color combo. So then that is kit number 1. Kit number 1. Let's see, Beth says, I lost you for a few. Would you please show kit number 4? Yeah. Kit number 4, this is actually our Sugar Plum Fairies color. So not a wildflower, but it is kit number 4. And I paired it with this pretty lilac lavender color. This is called Purple Martin, is the name of the pom. So that was kit number 4. Kit number 4. Thank you, Jamie. All right. So there we have it. I just had 5 kits that I had put together to see if anybody would want to whip up a quick little hat with a fun, sassy little pom-pom on it. So there we have it. All right. How are we doing on time? What time is it? 11:51. I've covered everything on my table.
Everything, huh?
Yeah.
All right, I'll add a tidbit.
All right. Well, you come around.
I'm good.
You look so handsome today, though.
Well,
Thank you, Betsy.
I clean up well.
All right. Well, come closer so they can hear you.
Because I was inspired by your name that you picked, Yeti Tracks, I've decided, even though we didn't plan this, I've decided for every single skein for January, I have a couple design ideas, and I'm going to include a free stitch marker for every single skein sold for January.
All right, then.
Up to your Monday deadline.
Up to my Monday deadline. All right. So, in summary, as a reminder, actually, for 2026, we are not including a stitch marker or a notion made by Jason, usually. But he really thought that Yeti Tracks was a funny name, and he liked it.
I got a couple of good design ideas, so I'm going to...
So it inspired him to create, potentially, he's got a couple of design ideas. So we are going to include a stitch marker for every January skein sold through our Monday deadline.
So regardless if you buy 1 skein or 5 skeins, you're going to get 5 stitch markers to do what you will with.
Well, there we go. How exciting. Thank you. All right, so that's our January color of the month. Again, it's called Yeti Tracks. So that should be interesting. See what Jason comes up with for a little thank you. Excellent. Jeannie says, yay, Jason. Kathy says, Jason, you're the best. And let's see. Maggie, there's something that popped up. I bought mine right before the video. So you guys are all good. You skated right in just in time. All right, so then as a reminder, you can pre-order our January color of the month on any base, either base, I should say, Clever Gnome or Gnome's Feet. If you order before Monday, then we can guarantee that it will be dyed by the 1st. And Jason is going to include a free stitch marker inspired by the name Yeti Tracks.
Yeah, so if you have any friends that don't watch the video normally, let them know.
Yeah.
If they're interested, that'd really help us out.
Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Ruth Ann. Let's see. Karen, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ignore your question from earlier, but I forgot to circle back. She's asking how many DK skeins would be needed for a pair of socks. You can get away with 1 skein of Clever Gnome if you don't make very tall socks. I have made a pair of socks with 1 skein, but I did supplement with a DK Gnomelet for the cuff and the toe. So you have enough with the cuff and the toe, and then I did have a little bit left over. So again, you can make it happen with 1, but if you want taller socks or you have bigger feet, you might want to go with 2. I hope that helps. City says Santa always brings the best gifts. I love it. All right. Okay, so reminder, let's talk holiday hours. We will be open today and tomorrow, of course. And then Tuesday, we will be here for our normal hours, which are 11 to 7. So last day to shop before the holidays, before Christmas, is Tuesday. And again, I'm here until 7. And then Wednesday and Thursday, we will be closed. And then we'll be open again for Friday and Saturday and Tuesday. So that would be December 30th will be the last day that will be open for the year, for 2025. We'll be closing down the Yarn Garden for the year. And then we will reopen, so we'll be closed again for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So we'll open again on January 2nd. I'll also make a post and pin it to the top of our page, so you can always check that out too. And of course, you can always order on the website. Always. That will never get taken down for holiday hours. That can always happen. So if anybody forgets a gift, you can purchase a gift card on our website, download it and print it, and instantly have a present.
Right.
There we go. Let's see. Tammy's asking, when will these skeins be ready? I'm heading to Florida Wednesday. Way to rub it in, Tammy. Just get in touch with me and we'll see if we can get it done for you. Jeannie says, contrasting gnomelets make the cutest socks. They do. I agree. Thank you, Julie. She says, sold number 4. If I get a skein, just add it to the package. I'll pick up tomorrow. Okay. Thank you, Julie. Appreciate it. So that's all I have for you guys. I am so grateful that you guys are all here with us. If you celebrate Merry Christmas, we're so grateful for you and your business over this year, and your support means the world to my family and I. And we're so happy that you're here. If you're watching the replay, thank you for taking the time to hang out with us for an hour or so and hear me talk about all the random things. I appreciate it. And if you're watching over on YouTube, you're watching the replay over on YouTube, thank you for hanging out with us there. And I did welcome you, invite you to come over to Facebook. We host this video every Friday at 11 o'clock. We would love to see you over on Facebook as well. All right, that is it for me today. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and I will see you guys again next Friday to celebrate. All right, thank you guys.